I'm Gareth A Davies, and for the last 3 decades, this is the world that I've inhabited, boxing and mixed martial arts. I tell the narrative of people's lives, why they fight, why these warrior spirits feel this calling. Come with me on the journey that I take you inside the lives and the minds of fighters.
It bashed me up, donkey. They all brought him over here to bash me up, and you know, it didn't turn out the way that they wanted. But no, it's a sport that we're going to. We're going to be contact. You know, yeah. What I think about it, it's just sad. It could have been me. So I don't kind of. I'm not going to sit down and think, oh wow, that never. The day that I start going in there thinking that could happen to me, I won't be in the ring. But I don't feel like that. Never have that negativity around me. Everything that I do, I believe I'm going to win, and I pray that both of us come out without injuries. But I don't never go in the ring thinking I'm going to come out injured. No, I go in there thinking, oh, I'm focused. Never go in the ring with that negative energy around me or Conor. And when we pray, we say, Lord, we know that you've not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and love and of a sound mind. We go in here with the right frame of mind.
Spiritually, Conor and I had a kind of a deep conversation a little while ago in this room. You were still working out there.
Yeah.
Conor said he watched you sparring the other day, and there was a moment where he felt quite emotional watching
his dad, his old man.
Yeah, he didn't say and he didn't say at all old man.
Yeah,
there wasn't part of it.
I know, yeah, but that's what.
But he said he felt like it's something collapsed in him, like an emotion in as much as, wow, that's my dad fighting out there. And he said, because the man I watched and was inspired by, and all the tapes and all the videos and all those things he watched, he said, that's almost like not my dad.
Yeah.
Is that a weird thing for you?
Well, yeah, because the reason why, it's like, you know, you're talking about when my son saw me, I was in my 20s and my 30s.
Were you a different person then?
Yeah, I was a horrible person then.
Really? Do you actually think you were horrible?
Yeah. I think... Really,
why were you horrible, Nigel?
Being really unfaithful to the love of my life and things like that.
Oh, selfish, you mean?
Selfish.
Hell-bent on being selfish, yeah.
Yeah, I think, you know, so when you have that, see, it's like, you know, you can't separate world champion from the party and the drugs and all that and hurting his mum through my affairs and all that. So, yeah, I was a horrible man. So, you know, I wasn't faithful more than anything else. All I would really love to have been is just being a faithful husband. Everything else wouldn't have mattered. Can
you? I bet you can't actually remember what you were like anymore.
Oh, yeah, of course I can. Of course I can. Yeah, it's there. Part of my life that, you know.
But you're so changed.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Yeah, but it's nice to still remember. Wow, and it's good to think, wow. And I think to myself, how the blazes did I get to the position I am now to be inducted to the Hall of Fame, voted the best super middleweight in the world alongside Joe Kawasaki by the WBC, in the Guinness Book of Records, on 20 fags a day, depression, smoking spliffs, taking ecstasy, chase women, all that.
They call that the good old days, don't they?
They do call it the good
You couldn't do it now. You couldn't do it.
I wouldn't want to do it because, you know, there was always so much. So when you talk about world champion, all that negative is attached to it. So it's really hard for me to say, well, yeah, if I was faithful in my life, I can. Do you understand? That means so much to me because the position that I'm in now, I'm not only that. Me and my son, this is the best that me and my sons have been because.
It's nice you say sons as well, because there's Harley out. I saw a lovely picture of the three of you the other day as well.
I've got 4 sons.
Oh, wow.
Got Conor,
I didn't know you had 4 sons, because we don't know the other 2. They don't box, do they?
And Levi. You know, so yeah, I've got all, you know. So the difference is, it's like what I went through there now. What were you talking about?
Well, just about how you're a different person now to them. And when you look back on it, can you still remember that person? Because I think 25 years ago is a very long time ago to actually remember.
Of course, I remember literally. I remember it like yesterday. Everything.
What, Bagley's, the Cross, all those places?
No.
Where did you go?
I need to go
East London now.
Ministry.
Yeah, Minister Sound,
Froggy
yeah.
Nightgown.
Yeah.
The Gas Club.
The Fridge?
No,
Brixton Academy?
Didn't
Brixton Academy? No, you didn't go south.
No, we went Cafe de Paris.
Oh, yeah. All the flashy places.
Back in the day, it wasn't.
When it had sticky floors.
Yeah, it was good, mate. Back in the day, Cafe de Paris, Kensington Park.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, these.
Actually, in the West End as well, there was a lot of places where you tapped 3 times on the door and you went under where the taxi ranks were. Back in the 80s and 90s.
And all things like that, legends and all that. Yeah, no, yeah, it was.
So what do you do now when you need that kind of dopamine?
No, I don't.
You just don't need it?
No, not whatsoever. Me and my wife, we don't go out clubbing because my wife was out with me when I was clubbing. So it's not like we done it together and we finished together. So it's now what we do now. And it's so funny where we're my wife now. She just finished her chaplaincy course in where she works for Hillsong Church, where she deals with a lot of domestic violence, a lot of women, you know, and how she helps them. But because she didn't go to college or anything, but she's got a master's, bachelor's and all that from the street. She's been through that, and especially being married to me, so she knows how to deal with these things because, you know, she could have run away and left me, but you know what, she stayed with me, she steered me right, and she guided me. In the same way that she guided me, now she's guiding these women, helping these women to go through. Not about like saying, oh, if he does this, oh, you leave him, or if he's violent, yes, she does, but the difference is she encourages him because they've got kids. You know, so she does a good job out there.
If you ask her, I don't know if you've asked already, but will she be ringside on the night on November the 23rd against Sakia Bika? And
yes,
she'll be ringside.
Yes.
She nervous about that?
Yeah, of course. She'll be nervous with my son. So it's just one of those things.
Connor's told me he may not even be able to watch.
Yeah, of course he will. He mostly be in the gym. Part of life. Part of life is, you know, it's.
Can you watch him fight easily?
Oh, listen. As I watch him going like that, you're worried it's your son, and now he's watching his dad.
And he's worried.
Yeah, so he's worried. You know, so yeah, I mean, I worry about my son. But I know, if I think, it's two ways how I look at it. If he can't beat this guy, get out the ring. Don't fight.
Okay.
He's got to let you fight next. Well, I mean, that's what, you know what I'm saying, because I believe that you're going to be world champion. If you can't beat him, what are you doing in the game?
Fair enough.
Well, that's
Pressure.
it. Yeah, but pressure. Ain't no pressure on you at all, mate. You're too good. I watch what you do. I was watching you spar with these middleweights, and this guy's head was going all over the place. And I had to come out the ring up after you finished with him. I had to say, yeah, well done, man. That was good. And you battered him from pillar to post. And it's not like I think, oh, sorry. And I just stop working my son over, you know. So when you watch what Conor does, I think, you know, I don't know. I've seen him being world champion. He's a strong welterweight.
He's a wrecker, is what he is. He's a wrecker.
Yeah,
you must see shapes of yourself when you were younger, don't you not?
Not as good as him.
Really?
Yeah, not as good as him. Not as good.
That's some compliment, Conor.
What he's learning,
isn't it?
Very.
What he's learning, I look at him and I'm kind of.
But what do you think, Gareth?
Hold on a minute. Hold on. I'm not more than Gareth. You come to Gareth.
I know, but
but hold on.
I'm your son. So.
Yeah, I know. It's not about being my son. He never been in a ring. You can't.
I know, but I think my son will be better than me at anything he does. And I ain't even got a son.
Yeah, well, that's it. But then you can't talk. Now you're talking wallocks. You know what I mean? I said wallocks. I didn't say B. All right. So, but I've been in the
Okay,
ring.
but what do you think, Gareth?
Can you start asking Gareth?
I'm just asking.
But what are you asking somebody that don't know what I know? He's never been in the ring. He get hit with them big, like, you know, them 30-ounce fair gloves that they play around
It's
with.
just an opinion.
Yeah, but what?
I just want to know his opinion.
About what?
Just about what your remark.
Yeah, but
It's just an opinion.
why are you asking him though? I'm telling
I'm just
you.
interested in his opinion.
Well, obviously he's not going to say. He's just going to say a lot of googly gook that he don't really know. He's just going to fill your head. I'm telling you the truth. Listen to me. Your dad. So look at the movement. I never learnt none of these moves. Everyone taught me to just go crash, bang, wallop. Crash, bang, wallop. We never had none of this. We never had no strength and conditioning. We never really had all this kind of things. Listen to yet roll underneath yet. Mine was, yeah, go on, nice, steaming. That was about it. So I watched how you do it. you know how to take your time. Bop, bop, look there. That's brilliant. Sometimes I'm watching you in the ring. I think, yeah, all right, yeah. I watch you, and I think I'm bringing that in the ring as well. You know, that's it. That ferocity. I just hope you have the same punching power as me when you get. Yeah, when you reach about 24, mate. Because you've got more moves than me. Because I was just like winging them in. If I miss with the right, I can catch it with the left.
Yeah, no,
that's right. But it's good watching, you know. You got that good movement, bap.
I was actually just saying to Conor today, I noticed, which I haven't noticed so much, and you were watching him when you were working out, lovely head and waist movement that's come into his game more now, isn't it, you know? And I mean, obviously, with complete deference to your father and what he was saying just now, I thought you were very raw when you started out. And we are seeing you becoming more finessed. I mean, athletically, you're in incredible shape, very powerful. You've got all the tenacity in the world, and you've got the DNA, and you've got all those things. It's about timing now, isn't it?
Josh Kelly? They've all had 200 amateur fights. He's had 20 amateur fights in Australia.
Yeah.
I mean,
pub fights, basically, aren't they?
Yeah, really. You know, so when you look at people like Josh Kelly, I mean, I think he's got good movement in all that.
All I'm happy about today is that 28 years writing about fight sports don't mean a thing to Nigel Benn, you know. No, you're right, though. You do know more. You know so much. Your invaluability to your son is incredible because...
He don't listen to me, though.
No, he does.
He doesn't.
Oh, he does.
He doesn't.
No, we all feel like that.
No,
I've got two daughters,
when
right?
I talk to him, he goes to me, Dad, be quiet. Dad, when you spar.
You don't talk to me when I spar.
No, when I was doing it, he told me just be quiet. The other time, last time I was here, when I was telling you, he said, like, you know, you don't like me talking while you're sparring.
No, because you don't talk to me in the corner afterwards. You're shouting at me while I'm sparring.
Yeah. Well, Tony does that. I'm watching him.
No, he don't. He tells me when I come back to the corner. It's too much to process.
From the outside, the amount of love and respect your son has for you is...
Vice versa.
Exactly. No, absolutely. But and it's I said to you both live on radio when we were on, it's a beautiful relationship to witness.
But it wasn't
because it's so raw as well and competitive.
It wasn't like this. It was not like this. He couldn't stand me. He didn't like me at all. When he was 18, mate, if he could knock me out, he would have, but he...
Well, he did. He told me about that today. He said, I actually tried to knock his head off with 14-ounce gloves. And the truth is, Dad was trying to knock my head off as well.
Yeah.
And he said, if my mum had found out we were doing that, we'd have been in trouble.
He's talking about with the gloves off.
We
with the gloves off?
We didn't like...
Oh, I see what you mean. In real life.
Yeah.
Really?
We just...
Oh, it must be wonderful then to have this now.
No, but he didn't think I loved him because I was a disciplinarian. If he came home at
5 minutes late.
5 minutes late.
Yeah, you never really ended it.
Yeah.
He was in the army though, remember? He knew discipline. It's how he learnt it.
Okay, you say remember, but how are you going to say that to a 14, 15-year-old when all your friends
But then,
I can imagine what you were like at 14 or 15 though.
No, it's when he became...
Very headstrong.
No, he wasn't.
No?
No, it wasn't. It was when he became 18.
It was when I was
Just turned 18. That's where he fell off. He fell off for about 3 months. He fell off big time. He started drinking. Well, not drinking beer through a straw. Black men don't drink no beer through a straw. Yeah, the Aussie boys got him. Started drinking beer, and then a guy called me and said, "Could you come and pick your son up? He's drunk."
I'll never get drunk.
He never gets drunk. What are you doing drinking beer through? Because he went out with all his Aussie friends, started drinking. Thank
God we didn't lose him to rugby league or something though.
Oh yeah, but anyway.
Do you know what I mean? We could have lost you to rugby league. Really?
Yeah. And then I picked him up and he just threw up all in his mum's car. And then I cleaned it up and I just put him in his bed. And that was it. But that was like the change. And then he got in trouble, really bad trouble. And I had to go and put him out of the police station. I said, son, I love
Fighting
you.
though, no?
No, I said, son, I love you, mate. We'll get through this. Because you look at it, could have been a lot of trouble. Through stupidity. Not his fault, through stupidity. And didn't realise that I loved him. And that's when it changed. From that point, that he knew that I was there for him. And that was it. And then we changed. And not only that, he had to, I think what was really going on in Conor was how I dealt with his mum. The affairs. That's what it was. That's what, because he saw the pain that his mum went through. No physical, just all mental. What I'd done.
Emotional, yeah. The heart is. The heart genuinely has feelings.
And
you know.
I remember him saying in '98. No, not 98. No, you were
2008, 11 years ago. Yeah, when you were like 12, 13. Yeah.
And he said to me, he said he sat in his car and he looked at me with disgust and I'm never going to be like you, Dad. I'm never. In other words, what he's saying, I'm never going to treat my wife like that. Never. And
You pleased about that?
Well, let me get there first. At the time when it hit me, I thought, oh, you look cheeky. But it's so right because it stirred up something in me. So what he was saying was truth, and I thought, and now I think, thank you God for making my son a better man than me. That's going to treat his wife with respect. He's going to do everything because, and I think to myself, then I understood what he was going through with his mum, but we started building our relationship.
I see a lot of progress here.
Oh no,
It's progress, isn't it? No, progress.
There's no comparison.
No, yeah.
No, we're there.
But he's opened those doors for you as well.
Which doors?
The doors that you're now opening yourself. The fact you're the son of Nigel, and do you not see that as a massive help as well?
It's a massive help, but at the end of the day, that's not what it's about. Because it's got nothing to do with him as a dad or as
No, I mean in boxing terms only. I mean in boxing terms.
We talked about this. No, listen. The door might have been open. That's it. The door was just open.
Yeah.
Now he's got to defend it because you know you get people say, "Oh yeah, with Nigel Benn." Hey, Nigel Benn, he's his own man.
I see what you're saying, Gareth. Yeah. But the way I look at it from a son view, you're saying, okay, but yeah, your dad has opened doors for you. But then I would then say to myself, well, them doors are open for me because of something he's done. But what dad is he? What sort of dad is he? So without boxing, if my dad wasn't who he was, what sort of dad would he be? So that's what then I would think. Okay, so he's opened this door. Not intentionally, because he didn't even know I was going to get into boxing. So it wasn't part of the plan that I'm going to open this door for your son.
I didn't want him to box.
Yeah, so that's where I would hit a crossroad. Well, if he weren't a boxer or Nigel Benn, what sort of dad would he be if he couldn't provide this opportunity or couldn't help me? Do you know what I mean? So
it would have been. Listen, it would have been something. I just know because what it is. Out of all my other kids, out of my other seven kids. We have the same DNA.
Yeah.
We think things.
Oh, I bought the TV yesterday.
We have things that we do, and it's like, oh my God.
Peas in a pod, yeah?
Listen,
Yeah,
I've got a scar on my eye. He's wanting.
I was born with it.
He was born with it on the same eye. What did we do? We done the knuckle. We both got the knuckles. Look
on the right same hand.
On the same hand. And
We've both done.
What was it?
I done my wrist.
Yeah.
You done your elbow.
Yeah.
He done his Achilles. I sprained my ankle.
Yeah.
Literally one after the other.
Yeah, straight when he done it.
It's like when Dada's next to him, it's like, oh, I know what have I got coming now. I'm gonna bubble wrap that arm up and
The warning signs are always there.
Is either one of us in advance? And I've got a twin sister. But I think we're more.
We just do everything. We just. But the difference is, I'm Stan McConnell, and it's so much now. I'm asking it, right, son, what should I eat? What should I do now? Because it's completely different now.
It's no steak and chips anymore, Nigel.
No. It's so funny. I never eat steak. But the difference is, what happened now? It's like I told Colin about being plant-based.
Yeah.
So now we're both on plant-based. We're absolutely loving it. I'm just so enjoying it. I just think to myself, wow, I'm not getting tired.
Well, you're so plant-based. When you went to Harley Street the other day, they told you that you're... Go on, tell me.
You tell it. No, what you said, because you know what you were talking about.
Yeah, so we done a fitness testing. I do one every start camp. Your VO2 max and all that testing of how hard you can work your heart rate, how high you can get it, how quick your heart rate comes down, etc., etc. and this was down at Harley Street, CHHP, and he's got the fitness of a 25-year-old man.
And then he's got a fitness of a professional.
When I come back from Miami after a few pina coladas, and yeah, they like a few pina coladas, and they and some good food, some nice steak and chips and that. Oh, it's good steak, Argentinian piece of steak. I'm a vegetarian now, by the way, but yeah, that was ages ago. They said I had the fitness of a Premiership League football player in season.
Wow.
So it just goes to show how fit.
That's genetics right there again, isn't it?
I mean, when I heard that, I thought I would have done with like 35, but when he said 25, I thought, oh, right. But then that brings me to another level because as much as we think that we're fit, but hearing it from a professional doctor, you know, in Harley Street, that's another kick up the woohoo! Yes, ready. Yes.
So you are ready then, yeah? You got 5 weeks to go.
Yeah, I'm not. I've actually got tapered off because I'm already there, and I've been working with Conor's strength and conditioning. Dan
Lawrence.
Yeah, I know Dan, yeah.
Oh my word! And I thought to myself, yeah, it's easy training, but everything that he does, because I'm a right leg, right arm, and so he makes me work with my left, and so it's like isolating things. They think, oh wow. And I sweat buckets because I think it was going to be easy, but it's like he's making me jump off a little ledge. But when I come down, I was coming down so hard. I was like, you know, like I'm jumping out of a plane. But he said, no, come down, do it together, get your feet together, So it's my balance and everything and my strength making me pull this weight like a bar hitting a metal bar to just pulling it up like I'm doing, like, you know, lunges, and I'm ready to pass out. So it's getting me like a 10-second burst, 10-second burst, 5 seconds. So it's really good. So it's intense. And he said he's going to start stepping it up next week.
In those quiet moments where you're on your own, might be when you do your prayer or at night, or do you ever have the nerves rising a little bit at the moment ahead of the fight, thinking about the walk to the ring and all of that?
No, not yet.
You will though, yeah?
Yeah, of course.
You will get the nerves?
Of course I will. Always. And I'm glad I got that. I told Conor, if you go in the ring and you ain't got that, there's something wrong. Always. Not about getting injured. No, not that nerve. Nerves about like the police on me A-sack. That kind of nerve.
Yeah,
No, that gets me going. That gets me going. I'm going to go out there, bang. Regardless, I'm going out there. Hopefully, I'm not going out there doing it. I'm going out there and I'm whacking hard. Very hard. Let him know. No, don't look at me like 55. I'm telling you, mate. Don't look at me at 55. I know me. I'm not going in there thinking, oh yeah. No, I'm going in there. You're going to see. People will be shocked to see what I do. I've been sparring with Felix and all.
What are you going to do after this then, though?
No, I'll go back and just be with my wife and my kids.
You definitely know that then.
100%. 100%.
Because you're enjoying this so much.
No, I'm not enjoying it. Listen,
No?
I'll tell you what it is.
You seem to be anyway.
Yeah, I do. I mean, I love being with Conor anyway.
Yeah.
But what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm always. I get up in the morning, go down. I get up at 6 o'clock, leave the house at 6:30, drive to the city. I've got to beat the traffic, you see. Drive to the city, then I do a workout, then I come back, then I go to another gym. So I miss my time with the kids. Do you understand? I've got a lovely big garden. I want to start buy me lawnmower, just like let me sit on ride on mower and just go and relax and enjoy with kids. But being able to spend good quality time with my kids, because I have to get this out of my system. See, people don't understand. They think it's about a money thing. I just built a lovely mansion out in Australia. My wife paid it cash. I've been retired since 96. November the 9th, 96, I retired. Well, I didn't even retire, I just stopped because of what was going on in my life. But now, so if I really wanted to, I would have been back earlier. But I know...
You won't be tempted back for a Eubank fight or a Collins fight or a Bernard Hopkins fight?
No.
It won't happen.
I put it out to all of them. That's why Sakio's here. I put it out to Eubank. As you know, that it's just messing around. I asked Steve. Steve was all for it. But then it changed because he didn't. It's like Steve didn't know who I was. It's like, well, no, speak through my agent and all that. Look, and he wanted to be guaranteed this, wanted to be guaranteed that. And then my agent said to me, Nigel, it's not about them, it's about you. And I said, Lord, if this guy's all about money, Lord, just bring me somebody else in this Akio, just stepped in.
Like you say, that is about you. It's about you proving something to yourself,
Yeah,
isn't
absolutely.
it? Yeah,
That's what it is.
Yeah,
That's
nothing more than that.
Nothing more. Nothing more. Whatever I make, I just give it on. Say, Caroline.
I think it's proving something about your faith as well, isn't it?
Well, it's,
No?
Well, my faith is believing in Jesus. It says in Philippians 4:13 that I can do all things through Him who strengthens me. I believe in His word, that no weapon will form against me will prosper, no tongue raised will stand. He said, if I'm with you, who can be against you? He said, the battle's not yours, but mine. I declare His word over my life. He says His word never comes back void, always accomplish what it sets out to do. I believe in that. Lord, you said this, Lord. I praise word back to Him. That's how I feel.
Nigel,
Yeah.
thank you sincerely for having me into your training camp. It's an absolute pleasure always to spend time with you.
Listen, come down in about 2 weeks' time. You'll see another level. Absolutely another level. I promise you that. You will see another level. 100%. 100%. So when you have all that, you kind of think to yourself, my life changed. Something was severed in me. That's what really changed me. I was angry. And then,
You know he was murdered, though, yeah? Or you know?
could he have jumped at that hands? Because we know the family. We're an Irish family. And yet, then Stephen Lawrence come out, and these guys I won't even mention their name, but they were coming out with the knives, doing all this, giving it all a chance. And you know what? I wanted to go out there at that time because I was all messed up, doing my little pills and all that, and walking out of court, giving it all to Charlie Big Bananas. In my heart, I just had this vision of me just standing on there because I've been in the army. I just wanted to pick them off. That was my whole attitude. But I never want to kill nobody because that was before I became a Christian. But the way that they kind of treated him like he was like a dead dog. Killed this black guy that weren't a street guy, weren't a guy, very educated, broke up mum and dad. So I had all this anger inside me. Anger. Because if I got black friends that don't like white people,
You tell them.
no, they can't. No, I tell them they're not with us.
Yeah, I see what you mean, yeah.
They're not.
And they're not your friends,
My dad
yeah,
would say, "Never judge a book by its cover." That was my dad, because my dad had a lot of white friends, black friends, and none of our family. We grew up in an era with black and white.
I know, I'm from that era.
Yeah.
And we loved ska together and reggae and ganja and Josh Shaka and all that stuff. Josh Shaka, heavy dub sound
I used to go
system.
down Phoebe's all the time.
I was the only white guy with long hair.
Oh,
down
wow.
there.
I used to be in Phoebe's.
The Rocket, Holloway Roads,
yeah.
all those places,
Oh, wow.
No, because it was, I do feel emotional talking about it because I loved having black friends because we were the first generation where we were just black and white, arm in arm. Don't break the chain, Rasta.
Cool.
Don't break the chain, And there was a delight in each other's cultures.
cool.
I played cricket with many West Indians.
That's the only thing I never played. I hated it.
No, but it was...
You know what? You know why I hated it? Because when the West
But it was a
Indies
connecting point.
No, when the West Indies came over and played England, it was like 6 weeks of frigging cricket. I said, no, don't tell me. I want to watch.
Yeah, but it was England getting mullered.
Yeah,
You wanted to watch Top Gear.
Top
Top
Cat.
Cat.
Top
Really?
Cat, yeah, TC and all that.
Yeah.
And I had 6 weeks after that, so when my dad used to laugh when he come over my house, try and put the cricket. I said, no, cricket on in here, Dad. I'll go upstairs, no, any my TVs, not cricket. So we'd have a laugh about that. But yeah, growing up back in the 70s.
70s, early 80s. It really was a time of progress, though, wasn't it? Weirdly,
I don't even think it was a progress. It's never been progress. Even the 70s and 80s, it wasn't that. It was just like we all just still joined together. But there was so much. But when you think about it, I get more racism now than what it was then.
But that's what I mean. Why have we?
There's a lot of black on black crimes in how can people go out of a Mac 10 and he's killing kids? I don't know what's happened. Kids have lost their identity. There's a lot of other where we say, no, you can't smack your kids. It's not. We all grew up with that discipline.
No, but it's
we're not talking about kids being battered. We're just talking about discipline. My dad used to say, "If you can't hear, you can feel." But I love my dad for that discipline.
But in our sport, we didn't have a lot of racism either. In cricket, there wasn't a lot of racism. But it's like the racism in the football recently. All that talk about England, Bulgaria.
No, we had that. We had that.
We had that in football then.
Yeah, we had it big time.
Do we have it in boxing?
Yeah, of course we did. We had it with Marvin Hagler. Who did Martin Alaminto? Remember?
Oh yeah, no, the bottles raining in. That's true. 3 rounds knockout
we
in
had that
Wembley.
with El Christie.
Yeah, that's true actually.
Mark Kaler. So we had that. But see, when I step up, I didn't want that. I didn't want.
You never experienced it when you were fighting.
No, I didn't want that because you know what? I want all my white friends and my black friends we all together. I did because I never grew up that way. I'm in a multicultural. Didn't have no separation, black and white. We all united together. I can't have that. Can't have no I could have been one of them guys that had a chip on my shoulder, but it's not me. We'll never have a chip on my shoulder. No. I want to bring my kids up in the right way, like the same way my dad brought me up.